Okay, let's play Storm Ruins Battlefield. Let's go straight into it. I'm up nice and early just to play this. Let's have a look what it's all about. Let's go into the guide first. This is giving us information about what Storm Ruins Battlefield is all about, and we can continue. Spawn areas at the top and bottom of the map. Players cannot teleport their city into the enemy's spawn area, but can attack cities within it that are unprotected by the truce agreement. Storm Fortress is the central building of the Storm Ruins battlefield and can be occupied 2 minutes after the battle begins. Once occupied, your team must reinforce it to earn scores continuously, gaining 120 battlefield scores per second. So that is key to getting the points. There are 2 blessing towers containing immense power. Once occupied, your team must reinforce it to earn scores continuously, gaining 70 battlefield scores per second. Occupying a blessing tower increases attack by 20% and defences by 20% for all troops of your team. The effects stack if both towers are occupied. There are 2 sandstorm cannons. Once occupied, your team must reinforce it to earn scores continuously, gaining only 20 battlefield scores per second. Once occupied, the cannon will attack all enemy troops in the enemy occupied buildings every 15 seconds. Supply boxes are remnants of ancient secrets. Once occupied, they disappear, granting the occupying team 1500 battlefield scores. Supply boxes respawn at random intervals during the battle, with banners appearing when they refresh. And finally, if one team, and this is key here, if one team occupies all battlefield buildings, excluding the supply boxes, they achieve an instant victory. So that means if you are on a team and you occupy all buildings, as soon as that has happened, the game is over. You have won. So be aware of that. If no team occupies all buildings by the end of the battlefield, the team with the higher battlefield score wins. If both teams have the same score, victory is determined by the team with the higher total power. So I was doing a little bit of research in this yesterday, and it looks like what you've got to do is obviously take these buildings. It's more of a take buildings than attack other people. There just isn't the time to do that. Only a 10-minute battlefield, and it's a case of you trying to take those buildings, reinforce the buildings, and defend against other people taking it back. If one of the buildings has already been taken, then you will be joining rallies to try and take out the people that are occupying that building. So imagine that you are taking a building, reinforcing it, or attacking a building with a rally. And once you are in those buildings, you are then gaining scores. Again, to reiterate, if you occupy all 6 buildings, you are automatically the winners. It's very important on this, I think, as well, to be keeping an eye on the chat when you are in the chat, so that you can find out what's going on, where things are happening, where the rallies are happening, and where reinforcement is required. So let's have an actual look at this right now with an actual example. Okay, so now I've called everyone back. Let's go and have a look at Storm Ruins Battlefield for the first time. In we go. So you are going to be randomly matched with 4 other players for your team. So you can see this is my team. I don't know who is on it at the moment. It just says Mysterious Monarch. Let's click on Prepare. And I can imagine this being quite a fast battlefield where there will be lots of action very, very quick. And of course, again, it's taking those buildings, which is key, which I would imagine you would be wanting the bigger, stronger players to be able to do that. So literally, I have heard there's also some bugs in the game as well, which isn't helping. Oh, it looks like you've got to actually wait for the right amount of people to join, and it didn't seem like that was the case on that one. Let's click Prepare. I'm assuming they've all got a blue out and red out before the match starts. You have absolutely no idea who you are being matched with. We're going to go second time. Come on, one more. Let's get this battle underway. Here we go. Okay. Claim victory by occupying all the buildings. Like I say, one of the most important things, I think, is actually reading the battlefield chats. And let's go. I would randomly spawn next to a building, to be perfectly honest. But we'll find out exactly what this is all about very, very soon. We've got a level 37 who's going over there. Okay. In terms of what you're going to put into these things, I'm not 100% sure, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so we're in that building. Let's have a look at chat. Is anyone saying anything? There is no one saying anything at the moment. Let's have a look. I think it's quite difficult to see what is going on, though. I think it's because of the layout and being on portrait rather than landscape makes it quite difficult to see what is going on. Again, nothing going on in chat. Let's have a look at the battlefield map. We can see that we've got blue going on here. Where are other people doing anything? Shall we go and take this one? Oh, right, okay, we've got to wait for that, I think. Looks pretty easy at the moment. Why is no one taking that main building? Oh, of course. 38 seconds and that will be able to be taken as well. Not really sure why not many people are taking anything, so let's jump into this myself. But again, I guess us, we might be joining with people who really don't know what's going on, in all honesty. So they're sort of doing the same thing I am. So that's now 2 buildings now occupied. Let's go and take this one over here. Looks like no one's really doing anything. We've got someone in there. There's a level 38. Shared a battle report. Okay, so now the chat is starting to take effect. Again, no one is really doing anything. Oh, there we go. Someone is out of this. Let's go into it. Looks like I'm getting attacked. Thunder is joining the battlefield, and we are still okay. We've even taken the main building as well, so let's have a look at this. That must be where the supply boxes go, I would assume. We've got one over there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's go back to the chat, see if anything is being mentioned in there. It isn't. A little bit quiet at the beginning. Looks like Injoined is the only one saying anything at the moment. So it's a case of taking this one down, really. If we took this one down, we would... Okay, so let's join this first rally that's going on right now. Who's setting the rally? It looks like I'm getting attacked, but I'm going to concentrate on this one first. Still hold all the buildings, just 2 more to take. I'm sure as we do this more and more and more, we will get used to this thing. Just these 2 buildings that looks like we need to take. Just these 2 buildings. I guess the other thing that's quite difficult as well is not actually knowing who is on your team and who is better than others. We have a score, so let's have a look at the score actually. And you can see we have 13,000 playing 6,400, and we're earning 210 points per second. They are earning 90 points per second. So a nice start to the tournament. Supply boxes have refreshed the storms. Okay, let's go and have a look at these. I think they've already been taken, haven't they? If it was these ones here. Let's go and send anything at this. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So we will just send nice and quick. No messing around. Now occupying that supply box. Is the one over the other side as well that needs taking? Yes, there is. Doesn't seem like my team is very active on this one, to be perfectly honest, so that's a little bit strange. So it looks like I'm taking everything on this particular one. Okay, let's go back to the battlefield map. We are still powering ahead. What other buildings do we need to take? It's just that one building, actually. And once we've taken this, we just need to set a rally on that. Let's now go to reinforce all buildings. We are doing that. We just need to take that rally though. I really want someone to set a rally against that. I don't think I'm going to be big enough to be able to do it. Let's have a look at the scouting on this. Oh, looks like people are waking up now. We're now having a few of our buildings being taken back. But again, that score is so good that this should be a fairly straightforward victory. How long have we got left? 4 minutes. So it goes really quick, to be perfectly honest, in how it plays. Again, I'm just going to jump into here. Let's go and see if we can take this one back. Let's go and see if we can take this one back and see who is actually occupying that. I think we'll just jump into anyone, really. Bit laggy. I didn't hear people say that about marches not necessarily jumping in straight away, so that's fine. Again, we just... Have I actually reinforced this one? I might not have reinforced this. And obviously, reinforcing is also very important because you are getting the points towards the total. So reinforcing buildings and getting those points is also very, very important. And let me just make sure I am reinforced on all buildings. It looks like there's a bit of action going on here with Sniper. It looks like Sniper's the only one playing for them, to be perfectly honest. Let's send that and get some points over there. Again, we're not rallying that last building, but it really doesn't matter because literally 2 minutes and 30 seconds, there is no way the opposition are catching this score up. 61,000 playing 13,000. I really do feel sorry for this one guy because he's literally been there on his own from the very beginning. It's awkward, again, like I say, not knowing who's the strongest and whether we can take that. Let's have a look. I've got nothing to lose. Let's go and send my main Sid. One of the things I didn't do, and I will remember next time, is obviously doing all your buffs. Ah, there we go. I actually took it. There we go. So it's literally a case of, if no one comes and takes me out, we're going to win it before the battlefield score drops down. You've got 25 seconds to stop us winning via occupying all buildings. But yeah, I did forget my buffs. That was one thing I did genuinely forget. Is it enjoyable? I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those. I'm sure, obviously, as they progress, so I'm assuming with these last 7 seconds, this is going to be the end of the battlefield. It should be that we have occupied all of them. And we did. There you go. So that is a first introduction into Storm Ruins Battlefield. First impressions are it could be good. I do think the lack of being able to see who's on your team, who's the strongest, that kind of thing could be a little bit of a problem. It would have been nice as well to see who actually got the highest scores overall. That would have been something that would have been interesting. But yeah, the jury is out on this. I think it could be fast paced. I do think it could be something that gets better the more and more you play. You can see I've got another 14 potential times to join this. So this is one of those things. It's a 2-hour window with 15 possible attempts in that 2-hour window. So it could be something that's a lot of fun for those, but it is a case of just occupying those buildings, gaining those points by reinforcing, and then of course setting attacks against other buildings that are occupied, potentially with those reinforcements with your bigger members. So let me know what you think of it. Have you been playing it? Is there anything that I may have missed that may be important? Do let me know in the comments what you think and what you noticed about the Storm Ruins Battlefield, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon.